Hey guys, here we are at the end of another week. It's been a crazy week. The sun's shining, I'm outside, no puffy jacket. I'm going to do a different structure for my weekly wrap up. Here are the top 9 takes. 1. Wednesday night was the Melbourne Accelerator Program Entrepreneurship Gala, celebrating entrepreneurship here in Melbourne. It was epic, 800 people at the Huge congratulations to Rowan Workman and the entire MAP community. I remember back in 2013 when I mentored the group, how far the group's come. Amazing, well done. If you weren't around earlier this week to check out my Snapchat, I did behind the scenes interviews with Lenny Mayo, Ivan Lim, and also Stephanie Rice, Olympic gold medalist. 2. Instagram released new features this week that compete directly to Snapchat. A lot of people asked my thoughts. Here are my 3 takeaways. Alright, let's look at this from the outset. There are always going to be copycats. Product innovation takes place in every organisation. It's key that Snapchat continue to innovate and push out more features. You got to remember, Google wasn't the first search engine, was it? Facebook wasn't the first social network. There'll be more and more. Innovation is key. Alright, so here we are. The audience is different. The people I follow on Instagram are very different to the people that I follow on Snapchat. The audience is different and the content's different. And for those of you watching this weekly wrap up who I know, loyalty's key for me. Loyalty's key, Snapchat's for me. The weekly wrap up, it'll be on Snapchat. And for those of you who I don't know but are following me on Snapchat and I'm getting to know through this, like Toby earlier this week that we met, hopefully you get used to who I am and what I do, and loyalty. 3. Earlier this week, Blackbird AMA was with a friend of mine, Susan Wu, hacker, entrepreneur, investor. Take the time, read the AMA, guarantee you'll learn something. 4. Last night I tweeted about a couple of comments that some of the founders made in 2 capital raises that were announced on Startup Smart. What sparked my interest was that they said that it's not the end game, their capital raise, and I totally agree with what they're saying. Of course you've got to celebrate milestones such as a capital raise, but now's the time to execute. It's all about execution. You need to deliver on what you promised you'd deliver to the investors. And not just deliver, over-deliver. Prove that you can deliver more milestones. Execute, execute, execute. Alright, we're almost halfway there. 4 down, 5 to go. 5. This morning, Reinventure, which is Westpac's venture capital arm, announced their second fund, $50 million. I know I've said this before, but with more capital coming into the market, I think we're at about $1.7 or $1.8 billion coming into the market over the past 18 months. And with all this capital coming into the market, it makes it more important for founders to understand what they're looking for from an investor. Understand why you want to take capital from that party. 6. Brad Feld was in town. Did you go and see him? Well, this trip he didn't make it to Melbourne, but he was in Adelaide, he was in Sydney. If you got a chance to go along, amazing. If you didn't, follow Feld Thoughts, his blog. 7. Don't really have enough fingers to be able to do all these counting, but didn't think about that coming up front. Hey, spent some time with a 19-year-old. This is what I took away. So his father approached me and wanted me to spend a bit of time with his 19-year-old son, give him a bit of career advice. So I thought, okay, let's go grab a coffee and see where we go to. Throughout the meeting, I could see he was listening intently to what we were discussing. I could see him processing it. He was even writing some notes. He was super passionate about what he wanted to do, but didn't really know. He was passionate. And if you add domain expertise to that, which you get over time, there's some key traits that investors are going to be looking for as a founder. If you're not passionate about something, it's really hard to get up every single morning, day after day, month after month, year after year, until you reach the end goal of why you're building a business. You guys can tell that I'm passionate. These weekly wrap-ups, attending events, speaking to people, helping other people out. I'm very passionate. I love what I do. Alright, 8. Startup Muster in July. Almost 90,000 questions were answered from the startup community across Australia. If you haven't done it, August 15 is the end date. Alright, we're at the end game. 9. Snapchat engagement is off the charts. Last week's weekly wrap-up went for 6 minutes. 86% of you watched the entire 6 minutes. Thanks. Alright, that's the end of the weekly wrap-up. The Olympics starts at 6 a.m. Melbourne time tomorrow. Have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.